Hello possums, Dreyma here, and you can see this is my hardcore castle world. I have been really slack. Well, I haven't, but life has got in the way. I've fallen behind on my ploughing, so before we start, let's make some fields. And we've had, as usual, some unwelcome visitors that I had to deal with. Now today we're going to work on the inner bailey. We're going to get some stuff done in there. The first thing I want to do though is move the blacksmith from here in the workers' camp into the castle itself. So there's the start of the blacksmiths in the inner bailey. It doesn't look like much, but that little bit, it was a lot of toing and froing, so I did it off camera. Basically, I'm just rebuilding the blacksmiths as it was in the workers' camp, but with a few small alterations to suit its new location. I'll shift a window, maybe add an end wall. Not a lot. So I think I'll just skip ahead. Hang on a minute. So that's the blacksmith done. We'll have a quick look. It's almost the same as it was down in the workers' camp, just a little bit different. We do have a different end wall. I have shifted one of the windows. We've got a cat. Hello, sweetie. Got to keep the rodents under control. But if you have a look, I've shifted the kennel. It's not here tucked in the corner anymore. It is around here, next to the stables, next to the barracks. The dogs seem quite happy. We've got space for a few more dogs now. And I've deliberately put the blacksmiths directly opposite the stables. Hello. And also very near the armory. And the armory is in the armory tower. That's this one. So here's our armory. It's basically where I'm storing all the armour and the few weapons that I get from running the zombie spawner. But if we come up here, we've got a Fletcher and we've got an Atiliator. An Atiliator made crossbows. So we picked up a couple off those unwelcome visitors earlier. And we've got another one we got before. But now we have an Atiliator who can not only repair crossbows, but can also make us new ones. And I'll put a bowyer in here probably at some point. So that's one tower assigned for use. I've got to work out the others. But if you have a look, hello pig, there's been a couple of other changes to the inner bailey. Yes, I shifted the cows. They're going to move again. They're not there permanently. They're just there at the moment. But look at this, we've got a little vegetable and herb garden. Did you know you could put flowers on farmland? I didn't, but I thought I'd give it a try, and it works. Ha! So yes, we can get larger amounts of produce down at the village, and we'll have larger amounts of produce in storage. But we do have a little kitchen garden so that if Cook needs something in a hurry, someone can easily get it. And we've also got this building. Now, we've got the blacksmith, it has a chimney. We've got this building, it has a chimney. That should be a giveaway, particularly after last week's episode. This is the castle bakehouse. Yes, the Lord can get bread baked for free down at the village bakehouse, but we've also got one in the castle itself, specifically for the needs of the castle. So we'll come in the side first, I think. So we come around here, there's a screen to stop drafts. We've got a kneading trough, nice big one. We've got a table here where you can form the dough into loaves. And yes, they'll be flat, they'll be uneven, but they're still loaves. They still need to be formed. We've got an area over here near the oven that's nice and warm where the bread can prove. And then in here, I'll just open it quickly, we've got some loaves of bread actually baking. And again, we've got a cat. Hello, you're doing a good job, aren't you? And I have decided that the top floor of this building will be the granary. So we've got the pantry at the bottom, and we'll just run upstairs. We've got a granary at the top. I'm still trying to work out what the inside of a granary should look like. This is just a temporary measure. They're effectively placeholder blocks until I can work out what it would have been. And again, we've got a cat because we don't want rodents in here. No, we don't. So that's our inner bailey. Now, there are more professions that need to go in here, more places that need to go in here, more storage rooms. The towers will take up a lot of that. But there is one more thing that we need in this inner bailey. And that is a well. We're going to put it over here. Now we'll start. We'll just dig out a bit of a hole. I'll go get another bucket of water. I'll be back in a minute. And I'm very pleased we've got some pigs in the area too now. Okay, I need to get some blocks to protect this well. That's actually really important. Okay, I am not sure about this design or what I'm exactly doing. We'll see how this turns out. I can't really make the well that I want to make. I can't make a circular well. That's really hard. Helps, however, if I do what I want to do in the first place. So we've got to line our well. Now I could make that deeper. I'm not sure if I will or not. Let me know in the comments what you think. Should I dig the well a lot deeper? Oh, I don't like that. I mean, it's an infinite water source. I can easily access it. I just don't know that I like this much. What we have to do, you can come back up now so I don't fall in. We have to protect the well, particularly in a siege. This was the source of water for the whole castle. So you need a cover over the top so that things can't be dropped in it. And you need a cover here so that, again, vermin can't get in here, dirt can't be blown in, whatever else. Well, we've got a chain, but it doesn't connect to anything. Ugh. This is hard. This is really hard. I'm not happy with that, but it's done for the moment. I mean, the trouble is, I know what a castle well should look like in my head, and doing it in Minecraft is really hard. Ha! Oh, I'm really not happy with that. I have to fix it. Do I make it smaller or do I make it bigger? Let's start with bigger and see what we think. Look, while I'm doing this, there is the whole question of why is it important to keep a well covered like this? In times of peace, a castle had multiple sources of water, some better than others. There were, of course, the castle well or wells. Many had more than one. There was the local river. We've got numerous rivers and ponds around this castle. Some places were lucky enough to have fresh springs nearby. But in times of siege, the castle wells were vitally important as they could end up being the only source of water for those trapped within the castle walls. So you put a cover not only on the well but also over the well. The last thing you need in your well in a siege is a dead dog or dead pig or dead cow that's been catapulted over your walls to spread disease and hopefully contaminate your water. You just have to look at the siege of Carcassonne in 1209 to see the crucial difference a good water supply can make. Ugh. The siege was part of the Albigensian Crusade, which was called down by the ill-named Pope Innocent III to root out heresy. You want a history of massacres and bigotry? Look at any of the Crusades, really. But this is the one that gives us kill them all, God will recognise his own. Lovely. The defences of Carcassonne were really good. The city withstood siege engines, sappers, frontal assaults, the whole works. It wasn't that that brought it to its knees. It was the issue of water. All right, I am really, really not happy with that. I really don't know what to do with it. Oh, wells are so important, and that's just a mess. No, I'm taking it down, and we will try something different. Carcassonne was home to about 10,000 people at the time and had probably the same number again of refugees sheltering within its walls when the Crusaders turned up. Now, they cut off access to the river, so the whole city was forced to rely on the wells. With that number of people inside, food quickly ran short. They started killing and eating any animal they had there, including their horses. But as the siege went on, the wells themselves were drunk dry. And it was that lack of water particularly that caused the inhabitants to finally surrender. The besiegers, meanwhile, were fine. They had good access to the river and plenty of food in the surrounding countryside. On the surrender, 400 of the inhabitants were killed. The Vicomte was thrown into his own dungeon where he died a few weeks later, and everyone else was forced to leave the city clad only in their undergarments, leaving the city free for the Crusaders to take what they wanted. Pope Innocent was apparently not happy with this outcome, as he had wanted instead for all the heretics to be put to death. It's all fairly horrible. Right, let's try this. That is an infinite water source. That, believe it or not, is better, but still not the best. Oh, this is driving me crazy. And that has no winding mechanism. Isn't it funny how sometimes it can be the smallest builds that are the most difficult, I think, because of the scale of block that we're using. All right, that is going to have to do, at least for the time being. I'm going to have to really think about this. If you have suggestions, please let me know. On that note, I'll take my cheery musings about the Albigensian Crusade and clean wells, and I'll go sort something out. While I'm thinking, I might go plough some more fields, and while I'm doing that, there's end cards on the screen so that you can go and watch some more of my videos and be far better entertained than watching me do 3 more hours of ploughing fields. I'll see you next time. Bye.